It's that feeling of unease, that worry, that knot in your stomach that just won't go away, no matter how hard you try to shake it off. But for some people, it's more than just a fleeting feeling. It's a constant companion, and it's running their lives, dictating their every move and decision. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on anxiety, take a look at what causes it, why some people are more prone to it, and most importantly, what you can do to manage it effectively. We're going to get real, get honest, and get to the root of the issue, exploring practical strategies and techniques that can make a real difference. This isn't about putting on a band-aid, this is about understanding the problem and finding solutions that work in the long term. So buckle up, stay with me, and let's get started on this important journey together. Now, some folks are just naturally more prone to anxiety than others. It's like they were born with the volume turned up on their worry button. They're more sensitive to stress, more likely to overthink things, and they tend to dwell on the negative. But just because you're wired a certain way doesn't mean you're stuck with it. Understanding your personality is the first step to managing your anxiety. It's about recognizing your triggers, knowing your limits, and developing coping mechanisms that work for you. Are you the type who gets irritable and snappy under pressure? Do you withdraw from social situations? These are all signs that your anxiety might be bubbling to the surface. Remember, self-awareness is key. Sometimes anxiety runs in the family. Just like your grandpa had a head full of hair and your aunt can't eat shellfish, you might have inherited a predisposition for anxiety. It's all about brain chemistry, folks. For people with anxiety, those signals related to fear and stress can get amplified, leading to an overactive fear response. Now, I'm not saying that if your mama had anxiety, you're destined to have it too. But understanding the role of genetics can help you approach anxiety with more compassion and less self-judgment. It's not your fault you inherited these genes, but it is your responsibility to manage their impact on your life. While you can't change your genes, you can change the way your brain responds to them. Look, life can be tough. We've all been through things that have left their mark on us, experiences that have shaped who we are, for better or for worse. Trauma, for example, can have a profound impact on our mental health. When we go through trauma, our bodies go into survival mode, and sometimes, even when the danger has passed, our minds and bodies stay stuck in that heightened state of alert. But it's not just big T trauma that can trigger anxiety. Sometimes it's the everyday stressors, the chronic stress of a demanding job, financial worries or relationship problems that chip away at our resilience. It's like carrying a heavy backpack everywhere you go. Eventually, it's going to weigh you down. Now, let's talk about the way we think, because our thoughts have a powerful influence on our feelings and our behaviors. When it comes to anxiety, it's often our thoughts that are keeping us stuck in a cycle of worry and fear. People with anxiety tend to have these negative thought patterns, these automatic negative thoughts that pop up like uninvited guests in their minds. These thoughts are often distorted and irrational, but they feel so real and so convincing that we end up believing them, which only fuels our anxiety. And the worst part? These negative thoughts often lead to avoidance behaviors. It's like trying to outrun a shadow. The more you run, the faster it seems to chase after you. We live in a fast-paced world, always on the go, constantly moving from one task to the next, constantly bombarded with information and stimulation from every direction. And while technology has brought about many positive changes, making our lives more convenient and connected, it's also contributed to a culture of busyness and stress that's taking a toll on our mental health, leaving us feeling drained and overwhelmed. Now, I'm not saying you have to go live in a cave and renounce all modern conveniences. That's not practical for most of us. But what I am saying is that it's time to take a hard look at our lifestyles and make some changes. Even small ones can make a big difference. Because the truth is, the way we live, the pace we keep, the choices we make every day, from the moment we wake up to the time we go to bed, can either fuel our anxiety or help to calm it. Let's start with sleep, one of the most crucial aspects of our well-being. When we're sleep deprived, our bodies and minds don't function at their best. And then there's diet, another key factor. The food we put into our bodies has a direct impact on our brain chemistry, affecting our energy levels and overall mood, and can influence our mood and anxiety levels significantly. And let's not forget about exercise, which is essential for maintaining both physical and mental health. Now, I want you to take a deep breath right now. Feel the air filling your lungs, expanding your chest. Inhale slowly, hold it for a moment, and exhale slowly. Let go of any tension as you breathe out. Notice how your body feels, notice your breath, notice the present moment. This is mindfulness. It's about being fully present. It's about bringing your attention to the here and now without judgment, without getting swept away by your thoughts or worries. Just being. It's about learning to observe your thoughts and feelings without letting them control you. You become an observer of your own mind. Mindfulness meditation, in particular, has been shown to be incredibly effective in reducing anxiety. It helps you find peace amidst the chaos. It's like strength training for your mind, helping you build resilience and develop a greater sense of calm and clarity. Your mind becomes stronger. And the best part is, you don't need any fancy equipment or a special meditation cushion to practice mindfulness. It's accessible to everyone. You can do it anytime, anywhere. Whether you're at home, at work, or even on the go, just a few minutes a day can make a world of difference. Start small and gradually you'll notice the positive changes in your life. Remember those negative thoughts we talked about earlier? The ones that keep you up at night and fill you with doubt and worry? Well, it's time to challenge them. Don't let them run your life. Cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, is a type of therapy that focuses on identifying and changing negative thought patterns. It's based on the idea that our thoughts influence our feelings and behaviors, and that by changing the way we think, we can change the way we feel and act. One of the most effective tools in CBT is something called a thought record. By putting your thoughts on trial, you start to see them for what they are, often irrational and unhelpful. Now, I've said it before, and I'll say it again, exercise is medicine. And that's especially true when it comes to anxiety. When you move your body, you release endorphins, which have mood-boosting effects. Plus, exercise helps to reduce muscle tension, which can build up when we're stressed or anxious. And it's not just about hitting the gym and pumping iron. Any type of physical activity that gets your heart rate up and your blood flowing can help. Go for a walk in nature, dance like nobody's watching, or try a yoga class. Yoga, in particular, is a great way to reduce anxiety because it combines physical poses with deep breathing exercises and mindfulness techniques. Remember how we talked about the importance of sleep? Well, it's time to take action and make sleep a priority. Good sleep hygiene is essential for managing anxiety and improving your overall well-being. Start by creating a relaxing bedtime routine. Take a warm bath, read a book, or listen to calming music to signal to your body and mind that it's time to wind down. And make sure your bedroom is conducive to sleep. It should be cool, dark, and quiet. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Life is full of ups and downs, and there will always be times when we feel stressed or anxious. That's perfectly normal. But it's how we cope with those challenges that makes all the difference. Instead of reaching for unhealthy coping mechanisms like alcohol, drugs, or excessive eating, develop healthy coping mechanisms that nourish your mind, body, and soul. Journaling is a great way to process your emotions, gain clarity, and reduce stress. Write down your thoughts, feelings, and worries. Engage in activities you enjoy. Hobbies, passions, and interests can provide a much-needed distraction from anxiety and stress. Connect with loved ones. Thank you for joining us on this journey to understand and manage anxiety. Remember, taking small steps can lead to significant improvements in your mental health. You are not alone in this journey. If your anxiety is severe or interfering with your daily life, don't hesitate to reach out to a mental health professional. Stay tuned for more insightful content.